Hello guys, in this video I am going to show you how to execute project line by line and how to debug line by line. Why this is important? Let us assume you are working as a software engineer or software developer or a Python developer or a machine learning engineer or data scientist or AI engineer. Let it be from any programming language. Checking the flow of program is very important to understand the code which is written previously by other developers, or if you are going to develop a software, you need to understand how program is executing, from where the control goes to which place, which function is calling, from that function again your control goes to which function, and so on. So in this tutorial, in this video I will show you, I have one project. Basically, it is related to data processing, data generation, data cleaning, and data processing. It's like a data engineering a script which is present in multiple Python files, and I will show you how exactly the control jumps from one place to another place and how we can debug it in VS Code, Visual Studio Code, by setting some breakpoints, and even we can check what is the content of every variable in the debug console and so on. So this is really important skill, I will tell you, because to understand the each line of code gives a better clarity, better understanding of your code, and if any bug comes in the production, it helps definitely you to fix that particular bug. So let us start. So what I will do now, I'll check what are the environments present in my system. Let us active any of the environment. So activate demo env, switch to cd slash and what is the directory name? I think it's projects, and let us check what is the this is, yeah. So I have this project called as I have this particular directory. In this directory there are some scripts available. That script is not a single script, it is having different multiple scripts basically, along with configuration file also. And the main objective of this particular video is to understand how basically our control flows, control goes from which part of the code to which part of the code, which line from to which line, and so on. If you're writing a software, if you're writing a program with multiple functions, how functions can be called, and we can check the value of each and every variable in the debug console also. And in if you want to check, for example, if you're working on a data engineering projects or data analytics projects, then you will have a data frame. So what is the content of the data frame, how many number of columns are there, how many number of rows are there, whatever operations we have applied, either it is applied on that particular data frame or not. So we can cross verify that. That's why this is very, very essential. So this video is really important, I will tell you, because in if you are working as a data scientist, if you are working as a machine learning engineer, if you are working as a software developer or any AI developer, you need to have this particular skill. Definitely, I request you, everyone. So at least you should go through to this video completely and understand how exactly things are happening. So let me do one thing now. So let us proceed to, no, I don't want to go to data analysis, cd data processing. So, and I'll just open the code to this particular place. And even you can verify the current environment which I have selected is demo env, and I have launched the VS Code from this particular directory. So if you see now, and it's very simple project. In this project we have one, see the particular project name is data processing. There is one directory named as data. In data we don't have anything. There is one configuration file where all the settings, all the configurations, all credentials, everything, instead of writing into the main script files we will write into the config file, and from this config file we will read those config parameters into these files, and then we will check it out. So let me show this what is first. So in data we don't have anything. Then in config file, this is the section we are having, we have created, that is settings basically, and there are three parameters. The first is gen data, that is generate data, yes, clean the data, yes, process data, yes. So these values can be set into the config.ini. Based on that, this other files will work accordingly, right? So let me show this also. What is the main file? In main file, uh, so main function is written, right? So your control, your actually execution will start from this particular file, main file. So config parser is a model which will be required to deal with config.ini file, to read the config.ini file and read this particular parameters. So in config parser, we have config parser class. The object is created and this particular file name config.ini is given here. Now, if you see inside this setting section, there are three parameters. So those three parameters. So inside config settings, gen data, clean data, preprocess data is read into this particular three variables. And the value of this variable, if we are going to set, see this is the s. If gen data equal to yes, then it will call this function. This function is not written in this particular file. This is written in utils.py. So in utils.py, we have these two libraries. The packages basically random and pandas. See, for newcomers, freshers, don't worry that what is pandas, what is random, and how many files, how we are going to create this file and so on. I'm just, what is my objective of this video is, I want to show you how basically control flows while executing the code line by line, and how to debug the code. That I wanted to show in this particular video. So there are three functions: data generating, data cleaning, and data pre-processing. So let me expand this. So in data generation, we are generating 10 samples. There are three lists, blank list we have created: names, age, and salaries. And from we have used here this loop specifically. For I in the range 0 to number of samples is basically 10. So 0 to 10 times this loop will be executed. The first name will be generated. It will be appended into this names list. Age will be generated. Random value will be taken in between 18 to 60, and it will be appended to ages list. Similarly, salary will be randomly taken, and it will be appended to this particular thing. And this three list, we will have these three values for 10 employees. And at the end, we are converting these three lists into a data frame. And finally, we are going to save this data frame into data directory with the name is emp.csv. Then next function which is written is data cleaning. In data cleaning, we are reading this particular file, and data cleaning started message printed, and just we can do a lot of cleaning steps, but I don't want to show the entire cleaning steps. So just I'm dropping the duplicates and drop null values, and whatever clean df is there, this clean df I'm not going to save again back to the data folder. Just we are returning from here, and then in pre-processing, so this will come to main function from where we are going to call. So from this it will come to clean df, and when process data is equal to yes, so this function will be called. This clean data for df will be passed again, and it will come to here, and this age minus age of mean divided by age standard deviation will be calculated. Basically we are doing a data pre-processing here. So on age we are doing applying some processing, on salary we are applying some processing, and so on. And at the end we are going to save this particular processed data into the same location in a data directory. So let us execute now. So which file we have to execute first? So this is the first file which we have to execute. So how to set up a breakpoint for this? So I want to check line by line. So what I will do, in the first point, I'll take my cursor to here, and I'll skip the breakpoint here. And here there is an option called as run Python file in dedicated terminal, debug Python file. So what I will do, I will click on debug Python file. So control will start from here. Yeah, you can see now. So this control came to first line, and it has not yet executed, just we have stopped it because the breakpoint which we have set here. So if you see here now, this is the continue option. If I'm going to click continue, it will not stop anywhere. It will complete the program because we don't have any breakpoint after this breakpoint. Then if you have to go to the next line, then you can go for this step over. If you want to go inside the function also, then you can go into step into, and if you have to come back, then it is going to step out, right? And if you want to restart the debugging, you can start from here. If you have to stop the debugging, you can stop from here. So what I will do now, I'll just go to the next line. So this is executed. We don't have any error now, right? Now, what is this? So this here we are importing these three particular functions which are written in utils file. So this is the util module. In util module, these three functions are written. These three functions are imported here. So from utils, first function, second function, third function. So let us step into it. So it will go to this particular file. Let us go down. The random import random is imported. Pandas is imported now. Then it will check, yes, data generating function is there. Yes, it is there. It will not execute data generating function because we haven't called it. Just it will check it out. This function is available there or not there. Then data cleaning function is there. He has checked it. Then data pre-processing function is there. He has checked it, and the control will come back to this again the next line. Now this object of config parser will be created. Now this configuration file where these parameters are written. So this file will be read, and you can check it now. If I'm going to go for the next line now, you can go to the debug option and you can see now. So see, this particular line has a read this particular value which is there in the config file and saved into gen value, gen data. And you can see in the left side of the action, gen data, the value came as s. So this value came from here, right? So if the value, whatever we are going to write here, this value will come here, and so on. Similarly, go for the next line. Then you can see the clean data s, it has picked from the configuration file. Then go for process data is also s. Now this is the main function which is defined. We are not having any, we haven't called this main function. So let us go to the next. Then your actual program will start from here. So if name equal to main, it will go inside the main. And now from main, your controller will jump to inside the main. So let me just go into step into. So you can see now the control came to here. Now what is the value of gen data, right? The value of gen data was s. So let us check it was true. That's why it came into the if block. And now this data generating function will be called. This function is not written in this main file. This is written in utils file, right? This utils file here. So here actually controller will come now. So if I'm going to go into step, if I'm going to do step into, so let's do step into. Now let us go now next. You can check it now. Say number of samples is a variable. The value is set as 10. And let's now check names. Names is empty list. So there is nothing in the names list. Ages is the empty list, and salary is also empty list. And this is the print statement which will be printed. And now this loop will be executed 10 times because the number of sample is 10 times. So we can see line by line also. Let's go inside this. The first name is taken as a person 1, right? Then it is appended to this names list. And you can see in the names the person 1 has been appended. Let's go for ages. Ages, random age is picked 43, and this is again appended to ages list. Then this is the random salary is picked up, appended to salaries list, and this is done only for one time. Now it will do for second time now. So let us do and so on. And even at the same time, if you want to see you can see the variable values here also, but let me show here also. So here beside terminal there is option named as debug console. In debug console you can write expression here. For example, I need to find out what is the current value of age. So this is the variable. Let me just enter. So the current value which is picked the randomly is 22. Even you can say the value is 22, right? Even I want to see what are the names present in this particular name list. So I will write here names. So you can see currently there are 2 persons names, person 1 and person 2 is there, and so on. And now let me do one thing now. Let me set one more breakpoint here, and I don't want to run this loop step by step. I will do the continue. So yes, it has executed 10 times and it came to down. And now I want to check what is the salary list. So let us do one thing now. Enter salaries. So in salaries, these are the 10 salaries which are picked by your program. Even let us check what is the variable values of ages, the content of ages list. So these are the 10 ages which are picked from the randomly from here from random model basically. And even same you can do for names also. So names is equal to this. So these person 1, person 2, person 3, person 10. So these are the 10 person names which are maintained into this particular list. Now let us convert this list basically into the data frame. So let me do execute now. So now say data frame has been created. It is created. Even you can see data. Where is the data? See, this is the data, and but this data frame is not properly visible from this side. So what you can do here, you can write data here. So you can see the data frame, whatever data frame you have created, right? This data frame, person 1, age is 43, the salary is this, and so on. So this is the data frame which is there. Even I can apply some operations on data frames also. So for example, data dot shape, right? I can check there are 10 rows and there are 3 columns. I want to see what are the columns available in this. So whatever operations we can do on the data frame, the operation we can do, and we can check it out basically. So why this is important, I will tell you. In real time, when you are going to deploy your scripts, your projects into the production environment, and if you face any bugs, if you face any challenges there, then you can check it out basically where your data is going to become wrong. For example, in this data, it is expected to have at least 10 records, but this code is generating only 3 records, and your next code is expecting there should be 10 records. Then next code is going to give the problem because there are only 3 records. So this will create a problem, and you can ensure that step by step this is happening. Now let us go to the next line. So yes, now it came to the next line, and you can check that it is saved, data is saved into employee.csv. So right click on this, click on the preview, and you can see the data frame has been saved as emp.csv. In your option, in your computer, you might be not getting this particular option, open preview, because I have installed one extension from extension box, Excel viewer. You can just search Excel viewer and you can install. So you can easily preview the Excel files or CSV files easily in the code. Now this function is executed now. Let us go to the next line. Now this value was also yes, this is fine. Now from here, your controller will go to that function. So it came to data cleaning. Now it is going to read the data frame, data basically. So it has read the data frame. And now you can see, let us check the data frame as read or not read. Now what is the problem, I will tell you. If I'm going to read this, unnamed 0 column will also read, because when you're going to save data into Excel file or CSV files, right? This column is going to, this index will be added as unnamed 0, and this is also, this is the problem of Excel or CSV basically, and it's going to read. So let it be as it is, no problem. Let's go now. Let's drop the duplicates and drop any if it is there or not there. So there is no any duplicates. So let me just check once again. So there is nothing. And now clean df we are returning here to the main function. So let us come back here. This clean df came to again this same variable or different variable. You can give any name to this particular variable, and it came to the clean df. Now let's go to the next line, and this is again okay. And now you can call the pre-processing function, data pre-processing. You can pass the clean df which is available here. Let us go inside this and let us check now df of age, and now it is going to give an error. Now why it is going to give an error? So we can check it out now. Let us resolve that error also. So it's saying that key error age, and inside this age, a is capital, but if you see here in the data frame that age is small. So either you change this age as a as a capital, or you can make changes here in the code. So I will stop this now, and instead of this age I will give a small age. So this is actually variable name present here. So let us replace this age, and let me even replace salary also. So this will not create a problem. So salary, I'll copy this. This is fine. This is fine. And even let us resolve this unnamed issue also. So while reading this, I will specify one more column. Index column is equal to 0. So this will not create problem. Now see, I already checked the previous code. So I'll remove all the breakpoints now. So all the breakpoints are removed, and I'll go to main function. and here I'll set the breakpoint. So up to here I don't have any problem. My code is working completely fine. So I'll remove this also, right? So only the breakpoint which I'm going to set to line number 21 in the main function. So everything will be executed, right, till this point. So let us save this code and let us try to debug again. So let me debug this. And okay, so everything worked well. Even if you want to check the clean df, right, let's check the clean df. Come to debug console, right, enter this and you can check it out. The data is already loaded and it's already cleaned also, right? Duplicates were not there, it was not removed, and null values was not there. So data is clean basically. Now let us go inside this and now let us check verify. Now I don't have any problem. This is executed, this is executed, and now let us verify now, right? Not clean df because the variable name is df, data frame name is df. You can see the age is this one, salary is this one. So these values came from this particular whatever processing you are going to do basically, right? And so on. And finally you are going to save this data frame as process data dot. So let me yeah, this is fine, and this came again, it came to the main function, and let me just now this is the end of your entire code. So how it started? It started from main, it went to config file, it has read the config parameters, then it went to the data generating, data created, emp.csv will be saved, then emp.cs, then it came to it went to data cleaning. It has read the this particular employee csv file, it has cleaned the data, then it has passed to the data processing. Data processing has calculated, done some operations, and finally it has saved results as a process dot. If I'm going to show this also, you can see this is the final result which you are going to see. So this is the way using which what we can do. We can understand basically how our script, how our code, how our project basically flows. Right? Control goes from which line to which line, from which function will be called. And so this is not only about, see, currently we have only two files here, main.py and util.py, but in some cases you can have a directory. Inside directory there can be a different scripts and so on. The process will be exactly similar. Just you need to maintain how basically will be your flow and so on. I hope this video was useful to you guys. So this is not applicable only in Python, but this is applicable in every programming language. So you can definitely debug the code, whatever code you are going to write. So you will get better idea about how basically code is going to work and so on. So that's it guys for this video. If you are having any queries, you can post your comment in this video. And if you are liking this video, you can definitely subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.